What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lex P.
And it's your girl, Dre Nicole.
And you are tuned in to another episode of Poor Minds,
where a drunk mind speaks sober thought.
We ain't got no guests today.
What did you just do
we
with
ain't
your
got
hand?
no guests today. I was about to hit that hole. Do the kids still do that?
I hope not, because we was doing it as kids. So I think times have changed.
Remember we was dabbing?
Yeah.
You know what dance?
I used to do a mean heel toe myself.
But you know, okay, I think a heel.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm going to show you when we get off camera.
But let me say this. The heel toe was like a cool dance, right?
And the chicken head.
The chicken head was a cool dance. You know what was the absolute worst dance to me? We talked about this the other day. Raising the roof.
That wasn't my time, though.
But this was awful.
That was your time?
No, I mean, but I remember my mom doing it and my aunts and my cousins though.
You know, listen.
I'm a little old now. I'm an 80s baby, but I wasn't raising a roof. You had to be in the club in the 90s. I was cooking in the 90s.
What I will say though was our dance.
What?
Because this was before our time, and then Bow Wow brought it back.
What, the Harlem Shake?
No, the Harlem Shake was before Bow Wow.
I've never seen it before him.
I don't think it was. I'm talking about the bounce.
Oh, the back.
All I want to do is see you bounce with me, bounce.
And I know
he
y'all
brought it back.
Okay, but I know they about to be in these comments getting on my ass. I know Bow Wow did not invent the Harlem Shake because he's from Atlanta, and the Harlem Shake, you know, the New Yorkers gonna be like, dead ass Lex, dead ass.
Tell the truth. Now, New York had that little moment though. Remember, chicken noodles?
Mm-hmm.
Chicken noodles?
What was the song called? Tone Wop with it. A Tone Wop. You don't remember that?
I remember Kane Wang with it.
Oh, that's
what I remember.
Kane Wang with it. Stare, so clean. Just stare, so clean.
That was Miami.
Y'all can never say Kaya was a one-hit wonder.
She wasn't. She had 3.
Now, don't get her started, bitch.
The fact, this is the thing though. First of all, that's a compliment because some people don't even have 3 hits. And I wasn't being shady. You just laughed. You the one being shady.
I wasn't being shady.
I wasn't being shady. I didn't laugh.
Put your trust in a nigga. How you figure? She
about to do an episode of the Queen's Court about us right now.
Because I love Kaya. She did her thing. Pop that. All you ladies pop your like this. Hey, shake your body, don't stop. That's a classic.
And Kay Wang with it.
And people are still sampling that song.
What's your other Kaya song?
Those 3 are the ones that I love.
We just said 2.
She had this song called Respect that I used to like.
How that went?
It was like, motherfucker, respect me. You better R-E-S-P-E-C-T-B, R-E-S-P-E-C-T-E, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Motherfucker, respect me.
Aretha is proud.
So you trying to clown? I know them Kaya songs.
Aretha proud. I was not, bro. Why do you think I'm trying to clown?
You better R-E-S-P-E-C-T me.
That lady about to, because you created the energy and the aura like this, she about to get on our ass when she see this episode.
No, it's not because we're giving her flowers.
We are, but you keep talking about trying to be funny, talking about clowning her. Nobody was trying to clown her.
No, but I was saying I knew more than 3 Kaya
I just was trying to see if you know your discography.
Yeah. Ooh, I love when you say big words. Okay, anyways. So what other dances what other dances did you have? We had the Bankhead Bounce.
No, we did not have the Bankhead Bounce. Our parents had the Bankhead Bounce, and then Bow Wow came out with Bounce With Me.
Okay.
And then the Millennials was doing the Bounce.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Let me think, what else? It was definitely giving chicken head. It was definitely giving heel toe.
Okay. What was the
bunny hop with me?
Da 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 da. Hey. Man,
and what was that song? Because we from the South. Get it ready, get it ready, get it ready, ready.
I said,
girl, don't you do that. I said, girl, don't you do that.
You know what's crazy about that song too?
Talk that. Now roll with it.
Talk that.
Now roll with it. Walk it like a dog. Walk it like a dog. Walk it like a hey.
Yeah,
that was a time.
That was a time
to be alive.
You know what's funny about that song? When I can remember hearing it for the first time you don't really know the dances. You just look at the person next to you, you see what they doing, and you just join in. Because every little region had a different dance to different things. So you would
remember the Midwest swing?
Oh, it's the Midwest swing. Y'all. Ain't got a clue. Ain't got a clue.
Well, I thought that was the only place they was doing it.
What you think? You live on the phone? Yes.
We do. I'm not gonna lie. We was not doing the Midwest swing in Texas, even though technically that is kind of like Midwest.
I'll say this. We weren't doing the Midwest swing in the club, but I was such a music head. I was doing it.
Me too. Yeah. That's how I know about the song.
Nelly.
St. Lunatics had my heart, especially Murphy Lee. Back in the day.
Hey, what that hook gonna be? See,
I don't need no fucking hook on this beat.
Man.
It was a good time. Don't get me started on when Air Force Ones came out.
Give me two per.
Baby.
You know, Nelly, man, I got the all white shirt with the gun bottom. That's why I bought him.
That's why I got him.
He was in the studio. Like, I got him.
Oh my God. I remember I was on a search for the longest for those Air Forces, the ones that was clear at the front.
With the toes?
With your socks showing.
Y'all toes used to be getting smoky in there.
It didn't matter. All that mattered was that you had. First of all, your toes was not going to get smoky if you had socks on.
I seen people without socks on.
But you supposed to wear them with socks, though.
I've never.
And as a person who sometimes wears socks with sneakers and sometimes don't.
You be free balling in tennis shoes?
Sometimes. But I never had. But I get because I never had that problem that people be talking about, like they feet get funky. My feet don't be getting funky.
It's not about getting funky. I think more so it's like the feel of it, and it hurt. Like, why would you
hurt?
I mean, I would imagine having sneakers on, and then you got an acrylic on your big toe.
Yeah, but it's short.
You got to protect that acrylic now.
You do, but mine's short. I keep mine short. I had seen something online the other day that said like having an acrylic on your toe is dangerous because it can make your toenail die. Like if you stub it and stuff like.
So if your toenail dies, then what?
It's dead.
I mean,
but there's plenty of people walking around with dead toes. We talked about this. That's why them niggas be having them black toenails. That shit.
They
dead.
got acrylic on them?
No, it's dead.
From the acrylic.
No, it's dead because they probably done stubbed it a lot.
Oh, okay.
Just like, have you ever seen people who are runners? They be having like the runner's toes. They be having black toenails.
Oh, okay.
Because like running is hard on your feet.
Yeah, I don't run, so.
We know, bitch.
Dorea.
You don't. You be complaining to our trainer every time he wants you to run. Y'all, let me tell y'all a quick story about legs. So one day we was at the gym because y'all know we work out girlies now. So we was at the gym and our trainer at the end of our workout, he was like, y'all gotta run.
Shout out to Mr. Reggie.
Mr. Reggie was like, y'all gotta run. Y'all gotta do 10 laps. Me and this other girl that we work out with, her name Autumn. Me and Autumn was like, cool, we gonna run the laps. Lex gonna say, no, we would rather push the sled. We said you would rather push the sled. This girl, when I say he put like 150 pounds, y'all, on the sled just because she said she'd rather do that than run. And we went and ran our 10 laps and we came back.
I was still pushing that on.
She was still struggling.
Yeah.
Because y'all, just to show y'all, that's how much Lex hate running.
I promise.
She hate running. She'd rather push a sled that weigh the same as me.
That you said 150 pounds.
I do weigh 150 pounds.
See, this is how I know.
Contest me.
See, you've been hanging out with me too long. That line rubbing. You know it's contagious.
I'm not lying. +7.
Okay.
I'm in that range, though.
Okay, so let's get this episode started. Okay?
I've been having a grand time. I need a little...
You need a little shot of
Where's Tyrone?
Yeah, Ty's not here today.
So we have Tyrone.
We have Tyrone, a.k.a. Thad, because we ain't finna hire nobody else. But while we get that ready and settled...
Now we got Tavette.
Tavette. Tell Tavette what you need. Shout out to Yvette.
What kind of mixers do we got?
Yeah, she just need a little splash of some juice. But Drea, what have you been up to? Let's do an update, catch up. We haven't updated. Of course, the Patreon members know what's going on. And before we get this episode started, y'all make sure if you're watching this, make sure y'all subscribe, follow us on all socials. And let me tell y'all something. We have one Twitter account. It's poor_minds. Okay? Stop adding us on Twitter with poor minds. That's a fake page.
And y'all need to report Poor Minds, the one that's just POURMINDS. Report that shit.
Yeah, report that one. But the correct Twitter page is POUR_MINDS. So make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube, follow us, all that good stuff. So we talk about this on Patreon. Make sure y'all sign up for Patreon too. But give us an update. What's been going on? All the good stuff.
So I'm 33 now. I'm a seasoned woman.
Yes.
I'm very seasoned now. I feel like I got all the Tony Satcheries on me. What?
That was kind of a bar.
Then what?
I tried to get mad.
I got it all. I'm all purpose.
Okay.
I'm seasoned.
Okay.
So I'm 33 now. You know, as you guys know, I'm a seasoned woman, a veteran in the game, if you will.
Yeah.
And I just been living life. Like I'm in a very much it is what it is phase in my life.
I like that.
If it worked for me, I'ma keep it. If it don't, I'ma let it go. Let it flow, if you will. So I just been living life. I went to Miami recently for my best friend's birthday. We had a grand time.
Yeah.
I went a few places that I haven't went before. All the times me and you been to Miami, we never been to Kiki on the River. So I had a really good time.
We passed by it on the yacht though.
We did. I knew where it was at. I said, oh, there it goes. But yeah, so we went to Kiki on the River. That was a fun experience. We also went to another restaurant out there called Dunkanoo.
Oh yeah, Dunkanoo. Yeah, I've been to Dunkanoo.
Dunkanoo.
Yeah.
It's something like
It's a
that. I think
Jamaican
we saying
place.
it wrong though.
It's okay.
But yeah, so we went there. That was another place. So I feel like this is like a time of first for me in Miami.
Yeah.
Then we went to the Dior Cafe. I had never been there. And I had a good time. But you know what? It really opened my eyes to Miami is just not, it ain't the same. It ain't Collins, South Beach.
Yeah.
How it used to be 10 years ago, 7 years ago. We used to be in Miami having a time and it used to be hella black people. I'm like, where are the black?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Where are we?
But you know what? I'll
didn't
say
see
this.
that.
I think a lot of times when we say spots are kind of losing that excitement, I think the kids, they know where they're going. They're finding their way around and they're having fun because that's not for us anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when people be like, oh, this is dead, it's dead to us because we're getting older and we have different tastes.
Yeah.
The younger kids, they know where to go. They having their fun. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to say the same thing for whatever they're having fun doing. The next generation, they're going to be like, oh, this is dead. It's not the same. And they're going to have a new place to go to have fun and do all their business. Because I'm not going to lie. I'm
not about to play with Tavi.
What'd she say?
She trying to pour some Terramana in my...
I'll take it.
Come
to
on.
be honest.
Come on.
No, I'll take a shot of Terramana in my champagne though. So let's get back to the episode and keep recording.
Yes, let's keep recording. So I don't know. Miami is just not the same anymore. But what I will say is the great thing about being young is that it's the same for you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know old Miami.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why
That's
I was
the
saying.
good thing for the kids.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
They don't know what you can't miss nothing. You don't know what it's like. That's like a person that was born in 1983 telling us we don't know about Freaknik. You right. I don't.
I do.
How?
I was there.
You was in Orange.
But I was there.
How?
Spiritually, emotionally. I know what it feels like to be a freak.
But you don't know what it feels like to be at the Nick.
But I felt it. You know how sometimes...
Except for Nick at Night.
Okay.
That's all you know.
I used to love Nick at Night.
Me too. George Lopez. They used to be my show.
Okay, so let's get back. So for me, what have I been up to
That
lately?
man funny.
Honestly, life, I have entered such a good...
I didn't finish.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, like, so I went to Miami. We had a show.
Yep.
In LA.
Yeah.
So we went to LA and our show was lit. Our show was fun, per usual.
I love LA so much.
I love LA too. But for me, it's one of those places like after a few days. Could you ever have a house in LA?
So the thing that I love about LA is, of course, I want to like a vacation home out there, Malibu. I love me some Malibu. But as far as LA, I love the poor crew in LA. I feel like every time we've had 2 shows in LA, they show up and they show the fuck out, and we always have a good time. Honestly, LA is up there with our Detroit poor crew. For real, for real.
I agree.
Like-
The West Coast love us down.
Yeah, they not like us.
They not.
You know what I'm saying? So what else? What else? Fill us in.
So like I said, Miami, had a blast. Went to a lot of places I haven't ever been to in Miami, and I've been there billions of times. Stop. LA was a blast. We had a great live show. This is our second time having a live show in LA. This time it was obviously sponsored by Netflix, so that was like a huge thing for us. Yeah, you didn't even mention that.
You know what?
That's like a huge thing.
It is. So we had I don't like to talk about our private moments that we have a lot, but I will say on the way to the venue, I was just, a lot of times when me and Dre go to the we kind of like sit in silence and we're just kind of chilling, getting our heads right for the show. But I was like, bro, like we're on the way to a venue to do a Netflix event. Like, can you? It didn't like it really dawned on me for some reason, and I was like, do you realize like we were doing this shit on your floor, and now we're doing shit for Netflix? Like that was a crazy moment for me.
It is crazy, and I feel the need to say this because I seen a few people say something about these, and I just felt like I should clear the air. I had furniture.
Oh. Okay, that's fair.
I seen a few of you hoes talking sleep.
Yeah.
In the comments.
Yeah.
Talking about, well, why was y'all recording on the floor? Why y'all ain't have no furniture? Bitch, I had furniture.
She did have furniture. So
I had furniture everywhere.
Yeah, she did. And
however, the lighting and the camera didn't align right unless we sat on the floor.
No, it wasn't that.
I thought it was.
No.
Like, we couldn't get a good angle unless we sat on the floor. And then the camera, not the camera, the microphones, the cords wasn't long enough.
That's what it was.
The cords wasn't long enough.
Yeah, that's what it was. So, that's why I was saying it wasn't about the angles or nothing. We couldn't buy extension cords and this and XYZ. We was working with what we got. My mom had bought me a camera. Drea had a ring light. My friend Jazz, shout out to Jazz, my old roommate, she had gave us her mics to work with. And we had one mic from John that he had gave us a mic. So we really only had one good mic. So we was really just making it work. So the reason we were sitting on the floor is because we had everything plugged in and the cords didn't reach. But my sis definitely had furniture.
Y'all think I was living in a high-rise 2-bedroom apartment and I didn't have no furniture? Be for real. Where's your priorities?
I know that's right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, though, I definitely peeped that. But I just wanted to throw that out there. We did have furniture, but we did come from the ground up.
Now, what do you mean we? I didn't have furniture because I didn't have nothing.
But we wasn't recording at your house.
We did record at my house.
And when we recorded at your house, guess what she had? Furniture.
Yeah.
You had a bar.
I didn't play about my home decor, and I
you
still
had a
don't.
canteen. Ain't that what it's called?
My mom bought
canter.
The canter. My mom used to always buy me so much alcohol stuff.
That's how you know she was getting money. This bitch had a decanter at 28 years old.
A decanter is $6.
But that's classy based. Shout out to Kiki. You have to be classy to know about a decanter because most bitches just drinking their wine out of bottles. They drinking Taylor Port.
Taylor Port Junkie is a bop.
First of all, Taylor Port is good.
That's what I was about to say, because hold on now, bitch. Hold on, bitch.
First of all, Taylor Port actually tastes kind of good.
And that shit get you drunk.
It gives Welch's grape juice elevated.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's going to get you where you
It's going to get you where you Okay, so what I've been up to, give the people updates before we get into it. Honestly, I feel like I'm in such a healthy space right now. The gym has, I always say this, changed my life. And one thing I always do is I fall off on my therapy. Somebody said I was shredded.
I was about to say that. You is.
No, but it's the traps.
It's the collarbone.
Yeah. It's all right here.
It's your collarbone.
Yeah, but it's the traps right here.
That's called your trap?
Yeah, aren't these the traps, right?
I never heard of that.
I think they are called the traps. They're trap muscles. I don't know, whatever.
Why?
I don't know. Let me Google it real quick. Somebody Google it for me anyway. But I will say, I've been consistent in the gym. Somebody literally said, they were like, Lex, you're shredded. I said, wow, I'm shredded. So the gym has changed my life. And one thing about therapy, I always would stop therapy when I felt like life was good. So one thing that I've been doing is I've still been consistent with my therapy, even though life is great. And I think that has helped me like push through. Cause when I have my sad moments, before when I was going through my happy moments, I wasn't doing my therapy. So when that sadness would come along, I would fall into it very deep and I would get stuck there and I would have to do my therapy and get back up. So it's like I'm happy, I have a little sad moment, but I'm doing my therapy. So I'm like, you know what, pick back up and let's keep fucking going. So you have to be consistent with the therapy. I'll say that. Okay?
You have to be consistent.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been real deep, bad in love. I be cooking, bitch. I be throwing down.
I be seeing it on your story.
Yeah.
I be like, damn, where my plate? That's crazy though. That's fucked up.
What's fucked
when
up?
I really be thinking about it.
What?
You never sent me a plate in an Uber.
You know what's crazy? When I cooked, I said I need to put a plate aside for Drake.
I be hungry.
I did. But it was I had fried some fish. I made some homemade mac and cheese. I made some southern fried cabbage. I was like, you only weigh 120 pounds. You wasn't going to eat it.
I weigh a little more than that. I'm thick.
But honestly, I have found my love for cooking again. So I've been in the kitchen, doing my little 1-2. I've been having a good time. Life is good.
Where's my plate? That's
I got
all
you.
I
I'm
want
going
to
to cook for you this weekend. I did say that. I'm going to cook for you this weekend.
And mind y'all, I live next door to Lex.
Hey, neighbor.
Now.
So I have one thing I want to say real quick.
What?
Do you like rom-coms? This is so random. Do you like rom-coms?
Yeah, I do. But sometimes they be a little corny.
So the thing about it is, I've been watching a bunch of rom-coms lately, right? I watched Wedding Planner yesterday. And that movie was so fucked up. Because I think a lot of the rom-coms in the early 2000s and the 90s, they were good, but they were so fucked up. Think about it. This man was like, I'm going to go on a date with this lady that I just met because I saved her from getting hit by a fucking trash can. Then he starts liking her. Mind you, the wife is cool, but they try to make an excuse for it for whatever reason. It was just very weird. Like when I look back at all the rom-coms, the plot be weird. Think about Never Been Kissed, right? Drew Barrymore was a journalist. She pretended to be a high school student, right? Her and the teacher start flirting and develop a relationship. He falls for her, she falls for him. Then she's like, I have to tell you the truth. I'm of age. And he's like, no, you're not my student. You lied.
That's a little weird.
I've Never Been Kissed is the most horrible rom-com ever.
Is Parent Trap a rom-com? I feel like
Parent Trap is a rom-com.
That was a little fucked up too. He was about to marry that lady.
And what?
And then he got back with his ex. He got back with his ex.
That's why you can't trust niggas with kids.
After them kids terrorized her. They terrorized that lady. She deserves to get married.
You right. Because it wasn't.
They did her dirty.
She really wasn't that bad.
No, she was though.
She wasn't
She was.
that bad though. She was bad.
She was pretty bad.
But they made her seem worse.
Well, she was pretty bad. And I think the kids reacted. They assimilated.
Yeah. Come on with the word.
No, they did. And they definitely did her dirty. But, she wasn't really the greatest.
She wasn't the greatest.
So far.
But, y'all know I love me some.
They went way back to England.
Dog.
To get them back together.
Why would you go to England, bitch? Like, you serious?
I mean,
for your parents to get back together, it's not that serious.
If my daddy lived in England, I probably would have tried to pull my little one too.
Another one, Tyler Perry. I love Tyler Perry.
Why did I get married too?
No. Confessions of a marriage counselor. She was unhappy in her marriage.
That is not what that movie was called. That movie was called Temptation.
Confessions of a Marriage. It was Temptations, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor. That's the whole name of it.
It is?
Yes, that's one of my literally favorite movies.
Why is that
because favorite you know why? Because Tyler Perry is so diabolical. How dare? This is why. Let me tell you.
I want to know why that's your favorite movie.
I'm gonna tell you why. Tyler Perry she was not happy in her marriage. She was bored. The dick wasn't good. She was this man comes along. He got a little money. He's showing her a different side of life. She just wanted to have a little fun. He's like, oh, bitch, you want to have fun? Well, you get an uncurable STD.
Because
I wanted a little outside dick. But Juvenile said that outside dick keep them hoes sick. Tyler Perry took that personally.
He knew something before Tyler Perry.
Juvenile wrote the plot to Temptation.
Oh.
As quiet as it kept, Juvenile wrote the plot to that movie.
He need to be getting residuals.
I'm just saying, though, because, like, I can't get a little outside dick. Like, damn. He was doing coke, beating her ass. All she wanted to do was fly on the PJ and get a little dick. She was going to come back home.
Yeah, she got a little more than that.
That's what I'm saying. Why you got to do all that? Well, I don't think that was a rom-com.
That was not a rom-com. That was a drama.
But I laughed.
Tyler Perry movies is dramas. Them is not rom-coms. Because I can't think of one that ended happy.
Ashtray, bitch.
That did not end happy.
They found out who was doing it. It was Felicia Rashad's character.
Think of one movie that ended happy.
All of them. Oh my God. All of them. They all end happy to me because you know what? I look on the bright side of things. You can't lose with Tyler Perry. But
the thing, you can't, and that's fair. But at the end of the day, it be real life situations, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It don't have to end happy because it be real shit that be happening to people.
Well, with Temptation.
And I think that's what it be reminding people like, damn, I can't even go have a good time with this nigga. I might get that pack.
But that's what I'm saying. Men go have a little outside all the time, and they get to come home and do whatever. That's how the rom-coms be. A man will cheat or something, or he find a new, like The Wedding Planner. He cheated and he fell in love with this amazing woman and they rolled off in the sun. Temptation, a woman cheats and she gets an uncurable STD. And she is lonely and going to the pharmacy to get her STD meds from her ex-husband who's happily married.
You need to stop calling that an STD. That is an immune deficiency.
STD, it was sexually transmitted. Was it not?
It's also transmitted by a lot of other ways.
But she got it.
Girl.
From sucking that mean dick. From sucking that outside dick and that kept that hoe sick.
What is wrong with you?
Let's move on.
Please.
Let's move on.
Please. Show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, XP.
And it's your girl, Dre Nicole.
And y'all know we always talk about it, and we're going to tell y'all again, we love therapy, so check out BetterHelp.
Yes, you have to check out BetterHelp. And I feel like we're at that midpoint of the year where you really need to make sure that you're on track with your goals and your progress and make sure that you're hitting all of your milestones. So it's really good to make sure you tap in with a therapist.
Yes, a therapist will help you keep track of your goals. And even if you're not reaching your goals, you can reset and figure out what you need to do for the rest of the year to reach your goals. So what you're going to do is go to BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PoorMinds and get 10% off of your first month. BetterHelp.com/PoorMinds.
Period.
Take a moment, visit BetterHelp.com/PoorMinds today to get 10% off of your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PoorMinds.
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay, so let's get into the first topic. You want to get into the first topic?
Go ahead.
You introduce it.
No, you introduce it.
Because this is a conversation that you had. So I want you to introduce it properly. Because I don't want to... Okay, I'll try. So, you were having a conversation, and basically, we want to talk about being in relationships or in a marriage. We can't talk about marriage specifically, but obviously, you want to get married. I would like to get married one day. Okay, so going into a marriage, do you believe you should always move as a collective in every single decision that you make, or do you need to, praise your partner and be okay with your partner being an individual and having a life outside of you?
Well, praising anybody, I'm only praising the Lord.
Amen.
I don't think that I'm gonna praise a nigga.
Well, not praise, but what I mean? Encourage them to have a life outside of you.
Well, I feel like you should be doing that either way, but that wasn't the context of the conversation.
That's why I said introduce.
The context of the conversation was not like you moving, like you and your partner only moving together or going places together and not having a life outside of each other. It was more so like people fail to realize that when you decide to get into a relationship or a marriage, you no longer can move as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
Literally every decision you make affects the collective. It affects the partnership. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so people who want to still make decisions solely based off of what they want to do and how they feel,
Mm-hmm.
just them themselves, maybe you're not equipped for marriage, or maybe you're not a person who wants to be married.
Right.
Because when you get married to someone, you have to always consider this other person's feelings.
Yep.
You have to always consider their ideologies. You have to always consider their perspectives, no matter what. It's no longer solely about you.
Mm-hmm.
And my personal beliefs is like, at the end of the day, it's okay to be a person that's selfish. I actually seen Whoopi Goldberg not that long ago. She did an interview, and she basically was talking about the reason why she does not believe that she's meant for marriage, because she said she's fundamentally a selfish person.
Mm-hmm.
And she feels like she gives so much of herself to other people because she has a child, she has a grandchild, she has a great grandchild. She has all these people in her life that she feels like she gives so much of herself to. When it comes down to a romantic partnership, sometimes she just wants to hit and run. That's what she was calling it. She did say that.
Whoopi said that.
She did. Whoopi said that.
A hit and run is
She said
crazy.
and then the interviewer asked her, "Does it still happen?" And she said, "Absolutely."
Whoopi. Giving them niggas that whoopee. I fuck with it though.
But so she was saying she doesn't care to be married because she feels like she's fundamentally a selfish person, and she just does not have the capacity to give that to a partner. And I appreciate people like that, because I would rather you be honest and say you don't have the capacity to give that to somebody than to try to be in a relationship and lie to yourself. Because I think this day and age, people want to be married and want to be in committed relationships because society or tradition has told them that that's what you're supposed to do. When in reality, you know you ain't built for that.
Right.
You know that's not what you want. And so that was like the context of the conversation, because it was actually with my man, and like he was basically saying he feels like the problem with modern women is that we feel like we can be in a relationship and still have an independent ideology and move like we're so independent and like we're not in a relationship.
And how do you feel about that? Because I know you said something about like your view was like, I still want to be an individual. Like,
yeah, because I feel like it's possible to be an individual. Like, you should still be an individual in your relationship, but realistically speaking, you can't be married and think you could just do you.
Right.
I do feel that way.
Right. So that's why
you have to really ask yourself when it boils down to it, do I really want to be married?
Right.
Because when you decide you want to be married, unless you in an open marriage, which a lot of people are. So, I mean, that's the thing too. But personally, I don't want to be in an open marriage.
Right. So I think for me, like whenever we were talking about this, I think that a lot of people think that like we have to move as a collective. There's no more just you and I. It's always us.
When I move, you move.
Just like that, hoe ass nigga.
Period.
And then there's people who think, there's a us, but there's also you and there's also I. And that's where I'm at with it. Because I feel like both of y'all are right on both sides. Because I feel like I'm still going to have my individual life. I'm going to still want to go on vacations with my friends. Or I'm going to still want to do the things that I enjoy alone. Sometimes I might want to go just do things on my own. Or I'm going to make a decision that is, good for me. But I'm never going to make a decision that's going to harm us. And that's where the other side comes in. Once you get into a marriage and a partnership, the decisions I make will always benefit us. And I looked at it as far as our relationship with our business, because I do believe a business is just like a marriage. So I can trust that you are going to go out there and represent yourself as Drea Nicole properly, but you're never going to do anything that's going to embarrass the brand of us as a whole. You see what I'm saying? So there's a way that you can still be an individual, but represent your partner in a good light. So I think you can still be an individual and have your own individual things going on and decisions that represent your partner in the correct way.
I agree, but then I also kind of like feel like if you're a partnership, no decisions should be being made without the other person being okay with it. Like, I'm not going to just make a decision and hope my husband be okay with it. I'm not going to just make a decision and hope you as my business partner is okay with it. Like, when it comes to the collective of the business.
Well,
I'm going to be like, Lex, even if it might seem like it to other people because I'm the one calling the shots, I've already had a conversation with you, though, and you approved of it. If that makes sense.
It does. It makes perfect sense. But I'm saying it in the sense of it like this. Let's say I'm somewhere where I cannot be reached. And you can't reach me for like 2 or 3 hours, right? I'm doing something. Maybe I'm getting some kind of surgery, anything. And
if you get surgery, they know they can't reach you.
Well, I'm saying, but you can't reach me. And somebody calls you with an opportunity and an offer, and a decision has to be made right then. You know what I'm saying? I trust that you are going to make the best decision if you can't consult me at the time. That's what trust is in a business and a relationship. So if anything happens, that's what I'll be thinking of. I think of the most extreme cases because guess what? Life be happening. And the most extreme cases do happen. So I can trust if my husband or my business partner is in a situation where they have to make a decision and I'm not around to say, hey, Lex, is this okay? Can I do this? You're going to make the right decision that benefits you and benefits us. Because I know my partner.
Yeah.
Just like I know my partner. I know you.
I agree. Again, I just think the conversation was just more along the context of like, you can't expect to be a married person and still move like it's just you in the world. And I agree with that. Like, I think for the most part, like, that's an extreme situation. Like, sometimes you could talk about extremes. If we going into extremes, that's an extreme. If you in surgery and I have to make a decision, well, obviously I'm going to make the decision. But for the most part, we talking about just everyday life. You can't make decisions like you're still a single person or it's just you that you have to think about when you are in a partnership.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, which was the point that my partner was saying, he feels like a lot of people still feel like they can get in a relationship and move like you are single and move like you don't have the other person to think about. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
And I do feel that way. I feel like you should still be an individual. Like, no, you don't want to be with nobody who controlling you.
Right.
Who's telling you what the fuck you can do, when you could be somewhere, when you can't be somewhere. This how you should dress. This how you should mold yourself. This how you should act in public. No, it's not nothing like that. But at the end of the day, you have to consult with another person once you decide to get married. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I think it's more so of like, when I say being an individual, it's like, to me, I'm not married, but I'm obviously in a relationship. So I don't think it's like necessarily like, marriage is different. So yeah, we do have to consult different things because bigger decisions are being made. But it's like when me and my man, there's certain things that going on. Of course, I'm going to tell him, but a lot of times men and women, they want you to ask. And I'm not saying that's what your partner was saying, but a lot of times they
Now,
want
my nigga don't ask me to ask him nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of times in relationships, they be like, oh, well, my girl needs to ask me if she can do this, or my nigga needs to ask me. I don't think none of that.
Well, that's controlling.
And that's what I'm saying.
To me, that's controlling. I feel like, if anything, I feel like you know what's on limits and off limits for your partner. I think that if somebody is telling you what to do all the time, you have to abide by certain rules, that's a little controlling.
Yeah.
But I think as a person in a relationship, and if you really know your partner, you know what makes your partner comfortable and what makes them uncomfortable.
Yep.
So you know what to do. You kind of know what to do and know what not to do. And if something is too much for you, you can opt to not be in that relationship.
And it's crazy because it's not about even, to me personally, it's not even about knowing what to do. That's stuff like that doesn't even cross my mind. Like, making him mad or something that would pop him off or make him feel some type of way. Stuff like that doesn't even cross. I never make him mad as far as anything that I say or post or anywhere that I go, because I'm just not trying my nigga like that, because out of the respect, or my man, he get mad when I say my nigga. My man like that because out of the respect. So I think even when you're in a relationship, your mind frame changes. Because you're not even going there with the things that you know would be like, I don't move like that. When you're in a relationship, you shouldn't even move like you're single anymore. But for the people that like to, you know what, I want to get up and I want to go to have coffee and then I want to go run, then I want to go shopping, but I want to do all this by myself and I don't want to check in. There are people that can function in relationships like that.
Right.
Y'all need to find each other. And the people who like to communicate and let their partner know where they're at all times, they need to be together. I think a lot of times with relationships, we need to realize that we got to do what works for us and for you. So if you're a person, you want to be an individual, be with somebody who's okay with being an individual. But you can't go as an individual wanting to be with somebody who is like, we have to work as a unit. Because that's not going to work.
Yeah, I think you just have to do what works for you. However, though, I think that there's so many different types of marriages. But when we're talking about like committed marriage, traditional marriage, I do feel like you have to move as a collective. Because there's plenty of people that's married, like, again, and they're in open marriages and like different shit works for people who in open marriages. It's a little bit, the rules a little different.
I ain't opening shit.
But I think that if you want like a committed traditional marriage,
I agree.
It has to be like decisions for the collective.
The collective. So,
And I don't know. As somebody who moves how I want to move, marriage, the thought of marriage, it takes a lot of work for me because it's a lot of having to consider another person's feelings and another person's thoughts and their ideologies and how they'll perceive certain things. So I think I have to always put a lot of extra care into that once I get married because I just moved to the beat of my own drum.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work for a marriage. That's why I feel like I could say the things that I say because I know I traditionally have not moved like someone who wants to be in a marriage.
Right.
But as I get older, I try to in my relationships, like I try to emulate that.
The growth.
Because you have to be real with yourself about what you want. You can't want certain things and then you can't want to go left and move right.
That was a bar.
I mean, for real though, you can't say you want one thing and then you move in a whole different way.
That's the truth.
But unfortunately, in our generation, people think they can have everything.
Yeah.
When in reality, like
everything is compromised.
Well, you can't have everything. You have to make choices.
Yeah, of course.
You can't have everything.
Yeah.
That's like a fairy tale princess mentality. You ain't gonna get everything.
Y'all better stop watching Frozen.
You have to decide what you want.
That's our problem.
And move accordingly.
Watching Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella, bitch, this is not happening.
I mean, that's not real life. And ain't no nigga come and save you.
And they white. But that's another topic.
Well, we only had that one black princess.
Okay, so now it's time to get into the bed.
The bed.
Bow.
The bed.
Bow. Okay. So today we're going to talk about sexual innuendos. Like, do y'all like when people say like a sexual joke to try to like ease you in or like test the water? So we're going to read some sexual innuendos. Ooh, that shit kicking my ass. Sexual innuendos to see like, would this work on you or would it not? You know, like, an example would be like somebody be like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. And they be like, that's what she said. Would that work on you?
No.
No? Okay. So read one.
Want a bone?
That's just straightforward. See, they was acting like a dog. That's straightforward. If a nigga said you want a bone, I'm gonna be like, oh my God. That's not, you know what I'm saying?
A pearl necklace would look really nice on you.
I'm not gonna lie. I would be like, what you mean by that? If somebody said, I'd be like, what you mean by that? I would kind of.
You gonna buy me one?
You can buy me one. After you buy one, you can do the other one. I kind of like that. I kind of like that one a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. That might work on me.
What about I love sausage? Because
I do love sausage. Ryan loves sausage too. Wherever Ryan went, he's a glizzy god.
He the glizzy gobbler.
So if somebody was like, I love sausage, and he would be like, that's what she said, I would probably laugh at that. If somebody said, I love sausage, that's funny to me. That's a little funny to me.
Okay.
Okay. We were only riding for maybe 5 seconds before we were desperate to get off. I felt that one. I do not like riding.
In what situation though would somebody just say that to me though?
Oh, it's a roller coaster. They got a roller coaster.
I see that.
So maybe if you're in like a bus or something, maybe you get on the bus. Like we was on, not even a bus, a Sprinter. Maybe the driver driving crazy. Like we were only riding for 5 seconds, and I was so desperate to get off. Sometimes shit.
And then what would?
And somebody be like, that's what she said. Dick too big. It's double entendre. You gotta come on now. Use your freaky ass brain.
We were banging all night.
You see? I used to play. What's that game called? What's the game called when you play the drums and the guitar? Guitar Hero.
Rock Band.
Rock Band. Guitar Hero. We were banging all night. I used to bang all fucking
Beyonce
night.
did say we be all night.
But she was being a freaky frog. I love you,
sexual innuendo.
Beyonce.
Hey, it was some sexual innuendos in that song, low key.
Not low key. She's never been low key.
Jay-Z too.
Yeah, she's never been low key about her horniness.
He was a little horny in that song too, though.
Oh,
they was both a little horny. He said, "I sling Clint Eastwood. Hope you can't handle this curve."
We did not need to know that anatomy about his.
I wasn't mad at it.
Okay. In an instant, she was dripping wet. That's what he said. Because, like, what if I push you in the pool? In an instant, you were dripping wet, but I could also be talking about that pussy. You feel me? Do you feel me or not?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, this is a good one.
I tried everything, but he just kept slipping out.
Period. Pussy.
But why would you say that? What I'm trying to figure out is in what instances would you say these things?
Say it again.
I tried everything, but he just kept slipping out.
Like if you got your baby in your hands and you just oiled him up and the baby too slippery. You kept dropping the baby because he got too much baby oil on him. Okay. You ever greased up a baby too much?
Yeah, I've greased up a baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I done greased up my nephew. I couldn't keep that slippery motherfucker in my hand. Or I could be talking about that pussy. Now, this one, I done said this before.
What you done said?
I was expecting maybe 4 inches, but he gave me more like 12.
You said it?
I've said that before. When you go to Subway. Sometimes they hook you up. I used to go to Subway. There was a Subway by my house in Houston. I swear to God. I used to go there so much. I was like, damn, I thought he was only going to give me 6, but he gave me the whole motherfucker. Hey. And he put extra meat on there. You feel me? So if I said I thought he was going to give me a 6-inch, but he gave me that foot long, you can be like, oh, what you mean by that? I could be talking about sandwich, or I could be talking about hard dick. Go on now. Go on with your ass.
He tried everything, but he just couldn't get in.
That's a good one. Cause that could be so many different things.
My pussy too tight.
Too tight. Shoot. Cause that could mean a nigga
took a vinegar bag.
Why did them old ladies just be putting vinegar in their pussy?
They did. And they used to just be having a thing hanging up.
Oh my God. But yeah, he tried so hard he couldn't get in. That could mean he knocking on your door. You wasn't letting him come back in your life.
Yeah.
Somebody could have been trying to break in your Tesla, your brand new Tesla. They couldn't get in at all.
Or he was trying to break in that pussy.
Break in that pussy.
He couldn't get in there either.
I'm not gonna lie. These are some good double entendres. If somebody said this stuff to me, I would kind of be impressed.
I'm sure he's tired. He spent all day on his knees.
Now,
what's your thoughts on that?
Because sometimes when you leave church and the word was so good, you know, they got the little things where you can actually pull it out. So you can put your feet.
I went to Catholic church.
That's what I'm saying. You put your knees on the cushion.
Yeah.
So sometimes they don't get up from there. And when you see him, you be like, man, I know he tired. He been on his knees. He was on his knees the whole time. He was on his knees all day.
Didn't Paul Wall say that on the song?
What?
She been on her knees, but trust me, she ain't tell to pray.
Hello?
Why do I know this stuff? These are things that's hidden in the depths of my mind.
One thing about you, you know all the lyrics.
I do.
You know all the lyrics.
I got one more.
Okay, one more. We gonna move on. One more. Is it? Come on, make it good now.
It's a good one. It's a good one because I actually could think of some things I could say this.
Okay.
Did you try blowing?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's too hot. The food too hot. Did you try blowing?
Or you got something in your eye?
I got something in my eye. Did you try blowing? Or this cock is hard. Do you
Come
say
here,
cock?
let me blow in your eye.
Ooh, that's my coochie wig. That smells good.
I know.
Almost kissed you,
Not again.
I had to squeeze on that ass for good luck.
Stop. I'm coming in 2 minutes.
What? Jeez.
Oh, my bad. I thought we was
Taking shit too far. I'm coming
I thought we were still playing a game.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's a good one, though.
Before we move on, can I ask you a question? Because now that you said
Sure.
that, what's the fastest you made a man come before? What's the fastest?
Probably like 5 minutes.
5? No, I know you got less time than that.
Probably so, but I'm just trying to be fair. Like I can think of one specific situation, and yeah, it was less than 5, and he was saying he was sorry.
Okay, but I mean, even when I feel like sometimes
I think sometimes niggas just be excited.
Well, I think sometimes too, you might just want a quickie. Pussy be good, whatever you got going on. My personal record is 1:30.
You timed it?
Because I knew. I
don't know. I feel like I'm probably close to that though. It's definitely less than 5 for sure.
I know it is. I seen that coochie. I seen it.
Yeah. I've had some situations where it was very quick.
I can eyeball work.
How can you eyeball work? I can eyeball work.
I can eyeball work.
Hey,
okay, let's take this shot.
Make your situation worse.
Do you want to talk about the show that we watched?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it. We got some time. Let's cheers.
Bedroom boom, bedroom boom. My bed will be booming. Y'all used to listen to that in high school, baby.
I love solo episodes. We can have a ball.
Bedroom boom.
Okay. So, y'all know we haven't done a movie or show breakdown in a very, 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 very long time.
What was that, mango?
Tybet.
Oh, passion fruit. Oh, my bad, Tybet. Forgot to add the tie. Hey, y'all. It's Dre Nicole, CEO of Muse Beauty. Are you ready to take your beauty brand to the next level? Well, I've got something special just for you. I'm introducing the keys to a successful e-commerce brand ebook. In this guide, I spill all of my secrets on how I built Muse Beauty from the ground up into a global beauty brand, serving thousands of customers from all over the world. From defining your brand vision to mastering marketing strategies, this book literally covers it all. Plus, exclusive highlights and tips that you won't find anywhere else. But wait, y'all, it's more. Check out my curated vendors list featuring over 50 top suppliers in the beauty, fashion, and packaging industries. Whether you need cosmetics, accessories, clothing, or chic packaging, I've got you covered. So what are you waiting for? Go to www.musebeautycollection.com and get your ebook, your vendors list, or you could bundle them both together. All right, bye y'all.
All right, y'all. This is our next segment this week. Y'all know we always have to do an item of the week, and we have a special guest today. So one thing about us, y'all know me and Drea do not play about our hair.
We don't.
Y'all always asking us, who does our hair, where we get our hair from. Well, we finna put y'all on tea for real. We have Latryce from Crowns of Love. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
So blessed to be here. Thank you for sharing your platform.
Of course.
Of course. And I actually wanted to say too, this hair, because people have been asking me so much. I've been tagging it in most of my pictures.
So cute.
Everybody's been like, "Oh my God, where do you get your hair for your boho braids?" And I'm like, I got it from Crowns of Love, raw Indian hair. And I dyed one of the bundles, so I don't know if y'all could see like the blonde throughout, but I dyed one of the bundles and the texture did not change.
Yeah.
So
That's the benefit.
she bleached it and everything, and it's still like wavy, like the rest of the hair. It still kept the same texture. It's still easy to manage and everything. So
Yes, I love it. That's the benefit of Indian hair. A lot of vendors right now are selling processed hair. So as you can see, when we get this hair, every bundle is completely different. It's coming from an individual person. So it's unprocessed, raw. So I started wearing Indian hair, I would say maybe 9 or 10 years ago. And I just cannot wear anything else because it's the only thing that like lasts.
Yeah.
So with this, unless you dye it and bleach it blonde and just dry it out, the texture is never going to change. So you really can have this hair lifetime, honestly. But I would say realistically, it can last up to a year and a half.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because I think that's where things got confusing for the consumer because they started having like Malaysian curly, Chinese straight,
Which is all cap.
Texas 4C curl.
Texas 4C curl is crazy.
But I'm saying it was so many different like, and
It's all branding and marketing. It's
Yeah.
Indian hair because they're the only ones that are really donating their hair because it's a part of their religion.
right.
So all hair is Indian hair.
So no, all 100% human hair that you're getting is going to be coming from India. Then you have hair from China that is more manufactured and blended and things of that nature. But the technology is so great now that they do have high quality hair that, you know, can almost mimic this, but it's still just nothing
not
is the
the same.
same. No, no. So Crowns of Love, we're a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to support women that have lost their hair due to cancer and alopecia. So me selling hair is really just more of an initiative for us to be able to donate more wigs. So I've been in the hair business my whole life, but I've always kind of run from it because it wasn't enough passion for me. It wasn't enough purpose. A friend of mine was filming for a show and her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. So she called me to make a wig. And during that process, I was immediately inspired. I was like, if ever I'm going to be in the hair business, let it be for women who don't have hair and they really need it. So it just gave it a lot of passion and purpose for me. So we launched the organization a few years ago. We've donated close to 200 human hair wigs since we started. Yeah. And so our wait list continues to grow. And with us being a nonprofit, we haven't been making money. So a lot of the times we're donating out of pocket or we've had like small fundraising events that have brought in a little bit of money. So this was an initiative for us to, like I said, be able to bring the community in. Girls are buying hair anyway.
Yes.
So why not buy it from someone who is doing good work, you know?
So could you elaborate a little bit more on if they buy their bundles from Crowns of Love, like where the money will be going to?
Yes. So we launched 2 initiatives. One is a crown exchange program that will allow you to donate your old hair and old wigs to us. We'll have it professionally cleaned and styled and donate it. That way, even if we don't have money, we can still show up and help these women.
That's amazing.
So this is one of our initiatives. And then our second initiative is, because I know hair in and out, I've been in the business for so long, I can always sell hair. So I said, okay, if I'm gonna sell hair, let me create a BOGO program. So we're putting a twist on it. Usually it's buy one, get one. Ours is buy one, give one. So when you buy hair from us, which when you posted the other day, we got an order in, by the way.
Period.
I know, I was so happy. I was like, okay, yes.
For my effect.
Yes. So that order, that money that we make from that will help us to be able to get the wigs that we have already styled, because we have to pay a stylist to do this type of stuff. Or if we don't have wigs in stock, then we can purchase a wig for a cancer patient. So that's the whole mission of the buy one, give one.
Okay.
I love that because, you know, it's crazy. I think a lot of times as Black women, our crown is like our hair is It is
everything.
so important to us. And I think one thing about our platform, I think that's one of the things that we get questioned about the most. Between our makeup and our hair, we always get questioned about our hair. And I think for me, I mean, Drea's like this as well, but I think I've always been that person like I want to give back as much as I can. If I can use my platform to do something good, because I always feel like when I was struggling, I wish I had somebody that would have reached out to me or gave me a hand, especially something like this. So the fact of the matter is, like you said, y'all are buying hair anyway.
So why not buy it and be giving back to a good cause?
But not only that, you're going to get
the best hair.
The best
on the market.
Hair that you can get.
Agreed.
I'm not going to lie. We have gotten a lot of hair like sent to us, mailed to us. We don't even know half the time where it's coming from. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try this out. I've tried out so many people's hair and I'm like, oh, I'm going to shout them out on the show. But I don't say nothing because I don't like the hair. I have worn this hair before. You gave me a wig a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I know, I literally see the comments. They be like, Dre, where you got your hair from?
And I literally, you guys, have this hair in right now. Y'all
Fresh,
have been
gorgeous,
leaving so many comments.
You went to Turks in that hair.
I did.
You was in the ocean in that hair.
This is the same hair I had in Turks. Like, I went to Miami with this hair. I've been to LA with this hair. I've been all over the globe. Okay?
Take us all over.
Yes.
I love it.
And it still looks great. It still looks refreshed. It still is like, as you can see, tangle free. Look
It's
how my
beautiful
fingers
hair.
are just gliding through the hair. Like, it's amazing.
I love it. So I want you to talk a little bit because you said you made a wig. So you do hair, or you made like?
So I started doing hair when my grandmother always says when I'm like 3 years old. So when I was a kid, I've always been attracted to it. And so growing up, I started braiding. I started doing just everybody's hair. I opened my first salon at 22.
Wow.
I started selling hair, Indian hair actually, at 22. Right when it kind of became hot. I feel like when people started, wanting to have virgin hair. So I've always been in the space. So it's just something that I can do with my eyes closed.
Right.
Like it's just,
so you know, like you can eyeball.
Yeah. And
like,
I'm a stickler. Like if I'm going to wear hair, it has to be the top quality or else And so the good thing about Indian hair too is it matches with our hair so well. And like you can see, there's so many different textures. So it blends with our hair. And then we have a little bit of variety for all different textures as well.
Okay. So talk about the different kinds of hair that will be available.
So when you're getting raw hair, it really only comes in two textures. Like you said, there's no like Texas curly, Jerry curl,
Malaysian, straight.
right? Eurasian. Like what does that even mean? Like
Kinky curly. Don't even get me started.
So ours is very simple. It's either wavy or it's curly.
Okay.
Those are just the two textures. Now, you will see a lot of different textures. Like some of it looks more on the straighter side, but once you wet it up, it's going to have a wave to it.
Right.
So so those are the two textures that it comes in. But so the way we're going to have it on our website too is if you have a preference, you can say like, I want wavy hair, but more on the straight side.
Okay.
Because, and even like you see, some of them is brown, some of them are darker. We don't really have control over that.
It's virgin hair.
So,
and y'all need y'all to understand that before y'all call it. It's
my 3 bundles with 3 different colors.
It's coming straight from the source.
Virgin hair.
Yes.
I'm going to do my best to make sure that I put together a set that will blend cohesively. But for the most part, it's raw hair.
Right.
So.
Okay, and so when you go on the website and you order, you don't have to do anything special to do the BOGO. So automatically when they purchase, the other
portion of the proceeds are going to a cancer patient directly.
Okay,
100%.
so tell us where they can find the hair at and all that good stuff.
So our website is www.crownsoflove.org, which you'll also be able to see the work that we've done. You'll be able to see the women that we've been able to impact over the past few years, which is my pride and joy.
Yeah.
I actually just came from leaving one of my cancer patients. She just rung the bell. Today was her last round of chemo. Which
so
was
amazing.
And she's just a queen. Like I've been working with her. I filmed something with her. I didn't even know, like you can't even tell she was sick or going through anything. She just held it down. Like I'm like, you are a queen.
Yes,
like you
that's
have my
beautiful.
highest respect. So yeah, so you can see the work that we do. Like I said, we have the other initiative too. If you don't want to buy hair, if you have old wigs, you can donate them to us. And then we're also just accepting donations. Maybe you're a guy and you want to support our cause, you can just donate directly on our website as well.
That's good. So if anybody is a actual cancer patient,
patient.
is there any way that they can reach out to you?
Yeah. So on our website as well, there's a button that says apply,
Okay.
which they'll be able to tell us their story, send us photos. And that's the other thing too. So with our organization, there are other organizations that give wigs to cancer patients. And I think what makes ours unique and is why we've had a lot of good traction, which we've not done any marketing whatsoever since we launched. But women have been able to they've been able to send photos to us of what their hair looked like prior to hair loss. And then we have a wig manufactured that looked just like that.
Oh my goodness.
So we're not necessarily just donating anything to them. We're restoring what you lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when I donated our first wig, she posted in a Facebook support group with a side-by-side. And then the next day we woke up and we had 50 wig requests from women all over the US.
Wow.
So yeah.
So I think it's like I said, we're the consumers. We're buying hair anyway. So it's like, why not support? And because like I said, that Eurasian silky straight, that ain't what you want
Eurasian.
anyway.
What is Eurasian?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What is it? So it's like donate your money, give your money to a good cause. 'Cause we want to look good either way. Right.
So you gonna look good and you gonna help somebody else look good.
That's our mission too. So our right now we have our 2024 campaign, which is called Spread the Love. And it's an invite for the community to join in, you know, whether you're buying hair, whether you have old hair, or whether you just tell a friend about our organization. Whenever we're all pitching in together, we're showing up for these women that really need our support. So
I love
spread the love, shop Crowns of Love hair. And when you shop our hair, you're directly impacting a cancer patient. So thank you guys so much for
Thank
letting me
you. We
do
love
this.
you. And this is amazing hair, by the way. Like, no lie.
So it's
Great hair.
crownsoflove.org.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crownsoflove.org. Everything is spelled properly too. No
Yeah, look
Z's.
at that.
No
Where it's like
Z's.
P-O-U-R, P-O-O-R.
No OV.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
none of that.
crownsoflove.org.
Yes,
That's it.
crownsoflove.org. Make sure y'all go order y'all some virgin hair. It's summertime too.
Virgin
you know?
Indian hair.
Virgin Indian hair. Y'all can swim with it, all that good
Yes.
stuff. Thank you so much for
Yes. Thank you guys.
Y'all know we haven't done a movie or a show breakdown in a very long time. So we had to talk about this show. We watched it. We loved it. Everybody has been talking about it because honestly, it's one of the craziest shows I've seen in a long time. And it took me on a roller coaster ride.
Baby reindeer.
What was that accent?
That's the lady.
That is what she sounded like. She was Irish, right?
She was Scottish.
Scottish.
Baby reindeer.
Oh my God. I thought you could only sound like a Southern bumpkin.
Like a nigga.
Oh my God, that really shocked me.
Surprise, surprise.
What the fuck just happened?
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Okay, anyways. So Baby Reindeer is a show on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, please tune out because we're about to spoil everything for you. Okay, so
If y'all ever need somebody Scottish in a movie,
if you ever need a Scottish black girl with a fat ass, yeah. Hit
they
her
might
up.
have them. It might be a village of them while you playing.
I'm not playing. I was giving you a resume.
Running around in kilts with pipes.
Can you say something else then? In Scottish? Accent? In a Scottish accent?
It's a Scottish accent.
That wasn't bad. I'm not mad at it. I'm actually not mad at it. Okay.
Okay. No, wait, that more sounded like Canadian.
It was good to me.
Okay.
Okay. So Baby Reindeer is a show about a woman who shows up at a bartender's bar and he was being nice to her. Now, as a bartender, seeing that first scene of their interaction, I understood. You know, like, it's not a big deal. It's just a Coke. It's just a Diet Coke. I'll give it to you for free. You talking about you ain't got
Gotta
nothing.
be specific.
It's just Coke. What you mean by that? Now, a bitch like me, I really need to know what you mean by that.
It's just Coke.
Okay.
Diet Coke.
So basically, she shows up to his bar. He's really nice to her. He shows her attention. He's talking to her as most bartenders do. That's how you make your money. You have conversation. And she just ends up, long story short, stalking this man.
Yeah.
I mean, sending him text messages, emails. What's crazy about it is throughout the series, you have to realize she never had his phone number until towards the end.
Well, she wasn't sending him text messages. She was just sending him emails.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sending him emails, showing up to his job every fucking day. So let me know how you feel. What's your review on everything and how you felt about Baby Reindeer?
Well, first of all, what you think her sign was? Because I know what it was.
Her sign was giving. I'm not really into signs like that, but if I had to guess, I would probably say like a Sagittarius.
Why?
Because Sagittarius is a weird.
No, I think she was a
spicy.
Libra because she was lying. That bitch was lying her ass off.
Yeah,
She was lying.
she was.
If you a motherfucking top lawyer
Of the government.
and you have all of these prestigious, high profile clients,
Yeah.
bitch, how are you able to spend 8 hours, 7 hours a day at the bar with Baby Reindeer?
I like when you say that. And my
Something ain't right in the water. She was lying, and he knew it because he said it. He was like, I'm just like, all this time you spending here, all of these stories that you have, but you never busy. If you are in high demand, the way you say you are, why you never busy? So he knew something was off. But the thing about him, let's get into the real.
Come on, let's talk about it.
Let's get into the real. His ass was a fucking weirdo too.
Hello.
And he give me, let me see, what sign do I think he is? If anything, he probably a Sagittarius.
Okay, I can see that he liked the attention.
Yeah.
He was looking for her at times to come to the bar. At the end of the day, didn't they fuck?
No, they did not fuck. I think that was a figment of his imagination. So he was like masturbating.
Oh yeah, he masturbated to her.
And I think that the part of the show when they like it looked like they was fucking, I think he was imagining that. I don't think they actually fucked.
Okay. But to me, my thing is this. If anybody gives me weird vibes or anything,
You got to go.
you have to report that. Report everything. And I think, especially when the part came that she attacked him and attacked her, the girl he was dating.
Well, he attacked the girl that the girl he used to date.
Yeah.
She threw a Coke in her face.
Yeah, but it was just like all this stuff was going on and you never reported anything.
First of all, you hoes pussy, because
she was very pussy.
Would have attacked me with a Coke, I would have beat her ass. Because, bitch, don't be throwing no Coke in my face. What is wrong with you?
And then, like, when the relationship part, like when he was with the girl and they were in bed, they weren't having sex and all that stuff. And
when he
they
was dating the trans girl.
Yeah, when he was dating the trans woman, it was like they weren't having sex and he was going through these emotions where he didn't know if he was gay, if he was straight, which I understand that. Go through all that stuff, but don't drag somebody else with your bullshit.
But you got to give a little more context of the story. So basically, like, he was a comedian. He was an aspiring comedian because, like, nobody knew who he was. But he was trying to be a comedian. And he lived in London, right? And he was in a relationship. And at one point, he was living with his girlfriend and the girlfriend's mother. Him and the girl broke up. She moved out. And he was still staying with the girlfriend's mother.
Yep.
So the whole time, he's still trying to be a comedian. And he's working at a bar. So he's working at the bar. And while he's working at the bar, the lady, Martha starts stalking him. She starts coming in every day. And then somehow she got his email. Because I think it was on his, like, bio or on his website, something like that. She got his email. She started emailing him every day. So he's liking the attention because he's very insecure. So he's like, oh, well, like, she a little weird, because he's saying it in the beginning of the series. Like, I could tell she was a little weird, but I like the attention. So I'm like, cool, all right. I can fuck with it, though, because she giving me what I need.
Break it down.
So he fucking with her. One day she comes to the bar and she's making all of these sexual innuendos.
Come on now.
And he's like, well, I don't really think we could date, but we could be friends. And so they end up hanging out.
Mistake one.
Yeah. They end up hanging out. They go to a little diner, have a little lunch, some light little bites, nothing too crazy. And then he walks her home. But then he follows her. And then he forgets to put his phone on silent. And so when she's emailing him, she hears the notification. So then she knew he was outside the window.
So she was like, "Oh, he loves me."
And she was like, "Ooh,
he loves me down.
I got that nigga." So that's when I feel like shit really started going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
So she was stalking him. Then they started following each other on Facebook.
Yep.
She's like literally commenting under all of his posts. And then like, what else happened? So then they ended up kind of still hanging out. He thought she was weird the whole time, never reported her to the police. Should have been reported, this lady.
Right, because
she was
giving her attention.
Because she was a threat. But he liked it. She started coming to his comedy shows, started like making herself a part of the show. And then I feel like he liked it because it would get him laughs, because outside of that, he wasn't getting no laughs. Like nobody was laughing at him.
Nobody was laughing. In the show, he said that because Martha would laugh and it would make other people laugh.
Because she had like this infectious laugh.
Yep.
You know? And so I think he really liked the situation. So he started dating the trans girl. He went on a trans website. He lied, said that his occupation was something that it wasn't, lied about his name, everything. So this girl is thinking that he's a whole different man. He starts dating her, but he's low-key embarrassed about his sexuality because he had got raped
by a man
that's in the industry. And he didn't want to tell nobody about it. So he was confused about his feelings about his sexuality. So he down low started dating a trans girl, but then didn't want to be out with her. And so then one day Martha, because she's stalking him, finds them together.
You breaking this down real good.
Beat that hoe up. Beat that hoe up. Pulled her hair up, pulled her hair out, everything. It was real bad. And so him and the girl broke up.
And then she said, what did she say? She was like, "Oh, you look like a mom." That's what she said to her. It was real.
She did say you look like a mom.
And it was so nasty and so rude because she really didn't. I don't know how the lady looked in real life, but I don't know if he added that in there for the storyline, but if she really said that, that's wild.
Well, first of all, I think that's a very offensive thing to say to somebody that's trans, number one. And then the lady ended up saying that later on in the show, the trans woman, she said, like, do you know how that makes me feel for somebody to tell me that I look like a man? Because obviously, as a trans woman, I don't want to look like a man.
Right. And he didn't protect her in that moment.
He didn't.
I think that's what he was trying to show.
Because he was also protecting Martha. Because he low-key had feelings for her. Which gets into later down the line, he starts talking about how he started having these weird fantasies and shit about Martha and was like beating off to her pictures. He was not physically attracted to her or anything like that, but then he started masturbating to her pictures and he had this weird connection with her because, again, she was pouring into him and telling him all of these things about himself that he did not see in himself. Like, he was like, I don't see myself as attractive. I don't see myself as worthy. And funny. Or funny or any of these things. And she sees me as all of these things. So it's like, instead of reporting her to the police like he should have, he did not. And then one day, so then she starts stalking the nigga, right? After she caught him with the trans lady. Starts stalking the nigga. Sitting outside of his house at the bus stop every day.
You can tell it good. I'm acting like I ain't seen it.
Sitting outside of his house every day at the motherfucking bus stop. She just sitting there till it gets to a point where she damn near caught hypothermia.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
When you start freezing to death.
Okay, yeah.
And so he had to rescue. So she had to rescue. He had to go rescue her from the bus stop. Took her home. And he was basically explaining to her, like, we are nothing. We'll never be nothing. But I know you really believe this is real. So he tries to break up with her in a way that felt real to her. And then he felt like she accepted it. But no, she denied. And it still just ended up being more drama with her. And then she ended up coming to the bar. She started harassing him. Telling people how much of an ain't shit nigga he is. How he like anal sex and all of this stuff. Because one of his friends ended up sending a text message trying to be funny. An email, my bad, trying to be funny, saying that he wanted to do
hang her curtains.
Well, no, he literally said he wanted to do anal.
But that was their little thing.
Hang her curtains was the thing, though. And so, so he ends up she ends up telling the guy how he likes anal sex and it's like going off. Some other guy at the bar going off about it. She gets so raging fucking mad. Look at Craig.
This was a crazy scene though.
She gets so raging fucking mad that she picks up her Coke because, mind you, every time she would come to the bar, she would order a Coke.
Never was
drink
drunk.
it.
Never.
Well, she didn't drink at all. She didn't drink alcohol at all. But to make it even more weird, she would always order a Diet Coke and would never drink the Coke. So she picks up the drink, hits him in the head with it. Because he starts bringing up how she had all of these allegations, which, mind you, he knew about the fact that she had went to prison for like 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever, from stalking other people. He knew about her history.
And he was still entertaining her.
He was still entertaining her, still being around her personally with no security, no type of nobody intervening, nothing like that. So she picks up the glass, hits this nigga in the head with the glass, start trying to gouge his eyes out.
Oh, she did.
She did.
It's getting good, bitch. Keep going.
And it was crazy. And so then the two guys that own the bar, they drag her out and she's still harassing him. Then at this point, she harassing his family.
She was blowing up the
mom and the dad
phone. Yep.
So she harassing the family and shit. And shit is just getting crazy. So then, long story short, okay, he ends up finally pressing charges against her, and she ends up going to jail.
Yep.
And that was pretty much it. She ends up going to jail. But then I didn't understand the ending part when he went back to the house of the guy who raped him.
I think he was just kind of wanting that closure.
But you didn't get no closure because he didn't even apologize.
And that's what he was trying to say. Like, I still didn't get that apology. But what I think is weird is because he kind of hinted that whenever Martha went to jail, he was kind of missing her. Like, he was kind of missing everything that was going on. And this is why I say all the time, a lot of people like drama.
Oh, and then we can't forget, too, then he found out later, once he went to his parents, because he had did this video. He had a comedy show, and it went viral everywhere because he was doing a comedy show. And then in the middle of the comedy show, he had a mental breakdown. And he started basically talking about all the things that happened to him over the past 5 years. Like how he got raped, how Martha was stalking him, all of this stuff. And it went viral.
And everybody was loving him.
It literally changed his whole career trajectory or whatever. And then he ended up going to his parents' house because Martha was threatening to send the video to his parents. So he went to his parents' house so that he could tell them about it. And then he found out his daddy had got raped too.
But you know what I was upset to find out?
By a Catholic priest back in the day.
Didn't you say
Crazy.
Never mind.
I did, but that ain't happening to me.
All right. Just had to check.
I was Black Catholic.
But
I mean, no shade. But
you know, I'm not gonna lie though. What upset me was to find out, because you know, this is based on a true story, but you know, the viral video part never happened, apparently. That part of the story never happened. And that was one of the most exciting parts about the story to me. But I say all this to say, attention is a disease and it's a hell of a drug.
So what did you think about the show as a whole? What did you think about the story?
I thought
what did you think about the interview with the lady with Piers Morgan?
I'm going to tell you what I thought about it all in all. All of this could have been avoided with this man not wanting that attention. Attention is a drug. Attention is a disease, literally. And he fell victim to that. All of that shit could have been nipped in the bud. I ain't never, as a bartender, as soon as somebody gave me weird vibes, I'm telling the security and you're fucking out of here.
I agree.
But I feel like this is how it happens with men versus women and how the perception of reality is totally different. As a woman, our red flags will raise up. You know what I'm saying? In a situation like that, yes, he was harmed, he was hurt, but in most situations, a woman would have been murdered. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? We see it all the time.
I mean, because he was in a few situations
where she could have murdered him,
killed
and she didn't. But what I'm saying is the male ego is a little different from a woman's ego, because at the end of the day, she wanted him. I speak from experience of being in weird situations with customers. The male ego is like, if I can't have you, nobody's gonna have you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. Martha wanted him alive because she wanted that to be her man
She wanted that.
at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that women don't do weird things, but
She wanted to play them reindeer games.
Reindeer game.
Reindeer games.
But I will say, I think they've dug up her old tweets. They dug up her old tweets, y'all. They found her tweeting him in 2014. This is real. They found her Twitter, bro. Y'all know Twitter. They found out everything. They dug up her old tweets. The interview she did with Piers Morgan shows that this lady is not stable.
She's not well.
She's not well. But this is the thing. Why is she free? She needs to be in a home.
Well, she was in jail.
That's not enough. She doesn't need jail. She needs rehab. She needs help. She needs counseling. She needs therapy. The fact that this lady is out, I'm telling you, this lady is stalking somebody right now as we speak. Season 2 is being written right now because she's mad at him. The Netflix thing dropped.
I know, I seen it.
She been going off on her Facebook.
Yeah, I seen it.
Season 2 finna come next year, watch. And it's gonna be everything that's happening right now. His season 2 is about to be, oh, my Netflix special dropped.
And she was mad too about the movie. She said, I'm a very attractive. Let me get my exes together.
Be fucking for real. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm a very attractive woman.
Is she though?
She said that.
I know. Do you think she's attractive? Tread lightly. She gonna be stalking you next.
I think attractive is relative. I think it's
Good answer.
Yeah, I think that it's person by person based. What somebody finds attractive, another person may not.
Right.
And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But she said that she was attractive, and the woman that portrayed her was not. However,
Twin,
I think,
where have you been?
I don't even think twin. I think the woman that portrayed her is actually a really cute lady in real life. I think they made her look old for the role because that's what they do in the role.
Oh, so you think that she should be grateful?
I think normally that's the case in most movie roles. Like they always have somebody way more attractive playing the person than the person that it actually looked like in real life. I think the lady who played her in real life, she looks way more younger, way more vibrant, all of these things because she's a younger woman.
Okay, I see
like the girl is younger. Like she's probably in her 30s. They made her look old for the role. Like they yellowed her teeth. They made her hair like gray streaks in it and stuff so she could look older. And the clothes very frumpy.
Yeah,
it was giving you.
Who?
Her.
Oh,
Fiona.
I thought you said me.
Fiona. She probably gonna see this, maybe.
She finna come for you.
Do you really think people be seeing
somebody finna tag her ass one good time? She on your ass.
That's
What? What the fuck? Drea!
What? I didn't want to say the word.
I can't deal with
Just gotta make your tongue roll. That nigger.
Why would you say it again? Okay, so let us know if y'all watch Baby Reindeer. Let us know what y'all think about it.
You gotta say it right.
Baby Reindeer.
No.
Oh, that sounded Deutsch. Wrong
You know Dutch people? No, that's all Russian.
No, that's German. Oh, we're getting canceled. Never doing a German joke.
Wait.
Not going to Germany.
I don't want to go there no way.
I do.
No, you know where? I do want to go. I do want to go to Germany. I don't want to go to Russia.
I like a little. I would go to Russia.
You would.
I like the snow.
It snow everywhere else though too.
All right, so let us know what y'all think about Baby Reindeer if y'all watched it. It was a great show.
I
to
think
me.
so too.
I was tuned in.
I had a grand time.
So now it's time to get
thought-provoking
into
shows.
The bop. Hey. Ow.
The bow.
Okay, so my bop of the week this week is Missing It by Anaya.
Missing it.
Missing It. Did I sound like I said missing it?
I was about to say, who is missing it?
It's called Missing It by Anaya. I'm sorry, y'all. I done took 2 shots, so I'm a little. So, yeah, honestly, I think Anaya is from Houston. I know she's based in Houston. And one thing I love about her, she's the girl that be telling the stories. You know what I'm talking about? She
Anaya Lamise.
yeah, she be like, I met this nigga at the bar. He was a motherfucking star. He took me to his car and I said, how far? That's how she
Yeah, I know.
You know, she be telling a story.
No, she do though.
She always tells a story. I love her down.
And she on Miss Pat show too.
Yes, she's so beautiful and she can sing. Like, she's so talented, but I love her storytelling. I love that she's bringing storytelling to R&B. So she has a song called Missing It and it's so good. Like, you know, it's basically just telling a story about how she misses this man. You know, she misses his vibe. She misses everything about him. So one thing I have always rooted for her, I've stood in the back and kind of just, you know, I like to watch people and see what they gonna do. And she has been doing her big one for years. So shout out to Anaya, Missing It. I would love to have her on the show. So if you see this, come on the show, girl. So yeah, Missing It, Anaya, that's my bop of the week. What you got, Drill?
Mine is Boa.
That Gwen Stefani sample.
It did a little something for me.
It ate.
I don't know. It's something about Gwen and the Houston people. Because I sent you that the other day on Instagram because I follow this page on Instagram, y'all, where it's like nostalgic videos or whatever from like the 90s, early 2000s. And it was a video of Gwen Stefani and Slim Thug. And it was that song, Work So Hard Every Now and Then, and now we get the payback. And
he's always come up, Slim Thugger.
Yeah.
That's how he gonna come on the track every time.
I forgot that Slim Thug was on that song. And I was like, you know what? Stop playing with Slim Thug.
Quiet as it's kept, Slim Thug has collaborated with all your faves.
He has.
All your faves.
Beyonce.
Pharrell. Like, you really need to stop playing on his top. A legend.
A legend in these H-Town streets.
Mm-hmm.
So, facts. The Gwen Stefani sample, 8.
8 down. I love Meg. You know,
we love Meg anyway.
Yeah, so. Meg has a good ear. I think that she is showing her versatility. Everybody's been mad at her. They're like, oh, Meg, I want to twerk. I want to dance. We know Meg is going to kill it with the twerk music. It's coming. Give her some time.
But y'all gotta let her get in her creative bag. Yeah, like, y'all gotta let creatives be creative.
Yes, and I love it. The whole anime thing she's going through. What?
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, like, I love the visuals and how she's kept it specific with the snake. I'm a boy today.
You is. Move
everybody like a snake. Oh.
No, ma'am.
Sorry.
No, ma'am. Damn, I fucking forgot what I was about to say. I think I was I hate you. I was about to say something of importance about, what did you say? You said something before you said move your body like a snake.
I didn't say that. I said she's a creative and she's in her bag.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. The thing about being creatives, you have to let creatives be creatives. You told me, this is the thing about me. Lex she be online, she be reading the comments. I don't be reading it.
Yeah, I do.
She be telling me though, what y'all be saying. Mm-hmm. And somebody.
Oh, yeah, I snitched.
Somebody had said, oh, I can't watch Poor Minds no more because y'all only be talking about y'all. Bitch, what the fuck else we supposed to talk about?
I thought she was about to say something profound.
Bitch, it is profound. It's my show. It's Lex P's show. Who the fuck
you better
else?
Say my last name.
That's not your last. Her last name is
P. But go ahead, keep going with your thought, because I do have something I want to add on before we move on.
Who the fuck else are we supposed to talk about? The show has always been, the foundation has always been Lex P and Dre and Nicole. That's what we talk about. Like, we talk about us, we talk about our experiences, we talk about the shit that we be going through with niggas, our relationships, dating, living in Atlanta, food, all that shit.
Things we love.
Martha, baby reindeer. Like, we talk about shit we've experienced, how because even when we talk about baby reindeer, that's how I experienced it.
But I will say this. I think
So-
the thing is, I try to give people a break because we are still growing as a
No,
platform.
bitch, they need to give us a break.
Well,
You
no-
don't need to give them hoes a break. They need to give us a break.
Well, I say that because a lot of people are tuned in for the first time. Now, this specific person wasn't tuned in for the first time. So it's like, y'all know this platform was built off of just me and Drea being friends and just going through life. Now, we've added things to, grow the show and grow the platform. We know y'all love solo episodes. That's why we still give them to y'all. But y'all got to realize a lot of these people here are new. They're not here from the beginning, so they don't know. So, of course, we talk about ourselves a lot because that was the whole purpose of the show, to experience the things that we go through as women.
And I'ma always talk about myself a lot because, bitch, I love me.
We know.
And I love Lex P.
She do.
So we gonna always talk about us. Like, what if you want to tune in to people that don't talk about themselves? It is plenty of podcasts.
They talk about true
They
crime,
talk about true crime.
sports,
They talk about political
stuff.
They talk
therapy.
about movies.
I need to do.
They
a
talk
movie
about-
pod. Reality TV.
They talk about everything. They talk about plants. They do.
I don't think I've seen that, but
I've seen it.
You're lying, bro. You have not seen a podcast talking about plants.
Okay.
What's it called?
How much you want to bet I pull one up?
I know you'll pull one up with Google. You didn't see it though.
I did see it. You don't know what's on my algorithm.
I know it ain't plants.
Because I want
You don't even keep plants alive.
I do.
You
That's
told
how-
me to help
That
you.
lets y'all know how long Lex ain't been to my house because I have a plant.
But
It
you
has
told-
been alive for 5 months.
You
now.
told me, Lex, I need you to teach me how to keep this alive.
Yeah, well, how long ago did I say that? Longer than 5 months, exactly. So
You thought you ate that?
I did.
Okay, let's move on.
Horticulture. That's what it's called.
Where Tyrone
Horticulture
at?
podcast.
So we're gonna get into our favorite segment of the week. It's
and I
before
ain't
your
even looked that up yet.
It's all right though. I got you. Okay, so we got Craig subbing in for Tyrone. It's the pour your
One thing about me, thank you, my vocabulary is extensive.
So, pour your heart out segment of the week. Make sure you email us
Thanks,
at
Craig.
askforminds@gmail.com. If you're a Patreon member, you get to skip the line, of course. And make sure y'all just email us, ask us your questions, and we will answer them. Okay, I have question 1 today. All right, so it says, "Hey, Lex and Treya, love y'all for life."
Who is
Treya.
Treya? Who is
Treya.
Trey?
Okay, I have a story to tell, but I'm not gonna tell it. I'll tell it on Patreon live later tonight. But okay. Hey, Lex and Trail. Love y'all for life. So right now, I feel like I'm going through a phase in my life where nothing ever satisfies me like it used to. I enjoy the simple things always, but realize they don't make me as happy anymore. Yes, I do know how to make myself happy and find joy within myself. This could be a sexual innuendo, but that's another topic. I'm 26.
Oh.
I'm 26 years old and still trying to figure myself out day by day. Along with that, I'm going with my life day by day at this point too. Overall, I'm asking, should I still date while going through this phase or should I take time to be by myself? I ask because sometimes I feel bad if I'm not putting that much effort into dating people. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to them just to feel something. Please let me know your thoughts and opinions. What you
I think you should always spend time focusing on you.
Hello.
It's nothing wrong with that. I think that's the problem that most people have is like not spending enough time alone and getting to know yourself. Like it's so much value in getting to know you because when you get to know you and become the person that you need to be, then you could be a better partner.
Come on
when you
now.
get in a relationship.
Come on now.
Then you could better serve other people.
Yeah.
Whether it's a partner, whether it's your child, whether it's a familial relationship, like with your parent. Because sometimes, let's be real, people don't talk about this, which we probably gonna make this a topic. Sometimes you gotta mother your mother. Or your father. Father your father.
Okay, I got you. I feel like this. The mistake I made a lot when I was feeling lonely and nothing was satisfying me is I would jump into a situation. And what happened was I would get in a situation with somebody and I would pour out what was going on with me personally onto them. So I was ended up in these toxic friendships, these toxic relationships. I was angry all the time. I was mad because I needed to heal myself. So until you heal yourself and do the work, you're never going to be happy. Nothing is ever going to satisfy you. So you need to get to the core of the problem. Life is a blessing. Every day I wake up is a good day. Even when I was going through the worst in my life, I was struggling, yes, but I was always grateful because you know what? Even when I worked at European Wax Center, I was grateful I had a job, bro. I was like, you know what? It could always be worse. So I think you need to figure out what is the issue that's going on with you, because to be a good friend, to be a good sister, to be a good mother, to be a good partner, you have to be able to pour into someone essentially, you know? And I think you cannot pour into somebody until your cup is full within yourself. So I think you need to fix whatever you have going on and find out the problem that you got. You feel me?
Agree.
You know, that's that therapy.
Okay, question number 2.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, I've had a longtime friend who's starting to get on my nerves. It's starting to seem like she was all for me when I was down bad.
Ooh.
Once things started to get good for me, it seemed like she wasn't happy for me and the friendship changed. She has thrown shade twice trying to insinuate I don't know for sure if my son's father is his father. Like, I don't know who I fucked. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt with that, but it seems like everything I tell her, she found a way to be shady with and bring it back up. I even have to run things by my other friends to see if I'm not tripping. I've distanced myself because outings are starting to be awkward. I don't know if she's just slow and say the darndest things or if you're really a fake shady bitch. And I don't want to share too much information. I'm only torn because I don't want my intuition to be true and never would have done this to her. So my question is, would y'all try to salvage the friendship or leave the friendship behind?
So my advice is this. I think because I can only speak from experience. I think there's been situations where I've been on the show in real life where Drea has been like, Lex, I don't like when you do this. And one thing about me, I'm a lot of things, but one thing I don't like to do is make anybody feel uncomfortable or that I'm being weird. So if you tell me I'm doing something that you don't like, I'm gonna correct it. And even if I don't correct it immediately, I'm gonna let you know, hey, I'm trying, friend. Hey, I'm sorry. You brought it to my attention and I'm changing, period. I'm not gonna do that no more. So I think that you need to bring this up to her and see the effort that she makes to try to change it. Because when you care about someone, it's all about compromise and making things work. So if you feel like she's being shady, you need to tell her, hey, friend, I don't like when you do this. It's not funny to me.
Well, I feel like you could definitely have a conversation with her and let her know. But at the end of the day, sometimes I feel like people be knowing what they be doing. They be knowing. They be aware.
Yeah.
They know what the fuck going on.
Because that's a little far.
And they being shady intentionally. Because, like, shit with your baby daddy.
That's what I was about to say. That's a little far.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I think people be knowing. And you can choose to give people chances. Like, I always say, life is about your decisions. That's literally all life is. Everybody has a different life based off of their decision-making process and what they have chosen to make decisions on, give people more chances, whatever the case may be. So if you love her enough and you want to give her another chance, cool. Personally, though, sometimes I be believing with people, it's also okay to, like, grow out of relationships and grow out of friendships. Sometimes she just don't serve you no more. If you feel like somebody being real shady to you all the time, they probably is. With me and Lex situation, that's fair what she said, but we was also way younger.
Yeah.
And no kid was involved. If a bitch was questioning me about my baby daddy, bitch, you was done.
Yeah,
it's
that's
done
a little
for you.
weird.
It's done for you.
And I also think that, like you were saying, it's okay to outgrow people as well. Because I feel like, too, like, sometimes the things that you used to could handle, you can't handle anymore. Like, it probably was okay that you took the shade or whatever, but I feel like you're always supposed to be changing and evolving. I'm never the same person I was 6 months ago. 6 months ago, how I looked at the gym, even today, is not the same. 6 months ago, my views on relationships and men was totally different.
Yeah.
I've gotten closer to God. Like, everything should always be changing. So sometimes you lose certain things in that 6 months. Sometimes you don't. Maybe you went through your little 6 months phase and she's something that needs to go. So I think you need to talk to her about it. If you don't like the answer you hear, you got to shed that dead weight.
And that's great advice, because sometimes I don't even feel like you got to talk to people about shit. Just like, bye.
I chunk up the deuce For the South and the North.
Both of them.
All right, let them know about the Muse Beauty and all that good stuff.
Okay, so y'all can always shop at musebeautycollection.com. Get your lip glosses, your lip liners, your matte liquid lipsticks. I have on right now, I have on the chestnut lip liner. I have on the new lip plumper that I'm coming out with, which is not available yet. But
so spicy.
it is. It's
I
very
love,
spicy.
and I'm a, okay.
It's going to give you that plump.
Let me say this. I am a lip plumper girl. I wear it all the time. And I'm a Too Faced girl. I love the Too Faced plumper because I'm like, I don't know if you can make something spicier than that. Y'all, I put this on. I was like, yeah.
I mean, it's going to tingle. It's going to give you a little
It's going to give that plump.
It is.
Yeah.
It's going to make you very plump.
Plump it up. You should ask him to re-record that for you.
I probably will. Hey, Joe. So, yeah, so it's very plumping. And then I also have on the Honey Dip matte liquid lipstick. And then I put the plumper on top. But you can also get the same effect with glaze until I come out with the plumper. So yeah, that's what I have on. And then I also have my ebook and I have my vendors list out right now. So you can also get those on musebeautycollection.com. And Lex and I are also coming out with an ebook really soon.
I mean, I feel like by the time this episode drops, hopefully it'll be out. Maybe if it's not, I don't know. We haven't announced it officially yet, but I mean, we ain't ever gonna hide it. One thing about us, when we do something, we want to do it right. So we do have an ebook coming out about how to start a podcast. This is the number one question we get.
Successful
podcast, because it's no blueprints of this shit, but we can tell you exactly what we did, how exactly we started making money. And this, I don't want I never wanted to do an ebook that was like, what did I just read? This didn't help me.
No, we want it to be informative. We wanted to help people. And then on top of that, it's like exactly what we did.
If you want to start a podcast, this book is going to be your holy grail. I'm going to just say that.
Very informative.
It's very, when I had to read it back, I said, God damn.
And for those of y'all that don't like to read, we going to do an e-course too.
I can't read, but she going to do it for y'all. I'm just playing. Okay. All right. So make sure y'all sign up for Patreon. Go to patreon.com/pourminds. Go to buypourminds.com. We got some more rap tees on there. We got Drea's on there. We got mine on there. All that good stuff. And we have a bunch of special announcements coming soon. So we'll see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I got this Jones forming in my bones.
From a man
who indeed took over my soul.
Understand.
I couldn't breathe if he ever said, get on my knees till they bloody red.
Please.
See, I don't know if you get it yet.
Just don't know.
He's like the lighter to my cigarette.
Watch me smoke.
I never knew another human life. Could have the power to take over mine. So baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby.
Love it when you
hit my
hit
name, got me saying.
Baby, 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 baby.
Oh, oh, oh.
Baby, 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 baby.
See, I could never feel alone with you.
In my life,
I give up everything I own for you.
Won't think twice.
Shame how I mesmerize.
Such a shame.
I lose my thought looking in your eyes. I know why.
Your kisses make my lips quiver. And when you touch me,
my whole body shivers. See how another lie
the
has
lie.
the power to take over mine. So baby,
Baby, baby, baby, baby, baby. Baby, 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 baby. I love it when I hear your name.
got me saying, baby, 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 baby. Oh, 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 oh. Baby, 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 baby.
Baby, I can see my worth. Living here on God's green earth. You don't know what you done to me. I never thought I'd need you desperately.
It's kind of sick how I'm stuck on you.
But I don't care cause I'm needing you. And how I feel will remain the same.
Cause you're my baby.
Hit it, Drea.
And when the world starts to stress me out, it's to you, boy, without a doubt. You're the one who keeps me sane and I can't complain. Feel like a drug, you relieve my pain. They ain't seem strange.
Wait, it's you singing. It's you
Big
singing.
in my brain. Oh, another human life.
Human
The
life.
power to take over mine. So, baby.
I'm gonna break it down real quick. Okay, you ready? Baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby.
She wanna have a threesome with Shanti and make it A.
Okay, bye.
Legs.
Get your ass off that goddamn stage.